Hey you guys, it's SpongeBob number 1 fan 2003 here, and as you can see I'm here with this super duper cool SpongeBob coloring book, and this is actually sort of a 2-in-1 coloring book. The first story is called Fly Like a Fish, and as you flip it, there's another story and it's called Short Order Showdown. And I actually got this book for Christmas. And this is actually a very, very super cool coloring book. I don't think I really have a SpongeBob coloring book that's a 2-in-1 book like this. So it's actually very cool. Okay, so as you can see on the front cover, there's SpongeBob right there, and he's tied to a kite, and he's holding onto these little things right here. And then he has on these really, really cool goggles and stuff, and the kite's a really, really pretty pink color with some flowers on it. And the background's like this really nice yellow as well. Okay, and here's the spine. Has Fly Like a Fish and Short Order Showdown on it with a slash in the middle. Oh yeah. And the back cover it has Squidward and SpongeBob. And they have like these kind of belt looking things on with, yeah, SpongeBob has like ketchup and I'm not really too sure what the other thing is, probably a spatula. And then Squidward has mustard on this side and a spatula right there too. And it's a really nice blue color as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the first story, which is Fly Like a Fish. Okay, so this book was actually, Fly Like a Fish was illustrated by Caleb Muir, and it was made in the year 2003, and I guess it's based on the teleplay Volcano Pants, which it's really called it's called Sponge Who Could Fly, the Sponge Who Could Fly. It's not called Volcano Pants, it's called Sponge Who Could Fly. Okie dokie, and then so SpongeBob is preparing to go jellyfishing, like he has on his glasses and he has his net and there's a jellyfish in the sky. And then he springs into action, so he's literally a spring, and he's trying to catch that jellyfish, but he fails. And then here's this really, really cool game about how many jellyfish there are, and there's about, I think, 15 jellyfish. And apparently SpongeBob takes a bounce too far, and he's falling off of this rock right here. Poor SpongeBob. Poor SpongeBob. So now he looks a little bit injured, as you can see right here, but he looks fine. And he really, really wished that he could fly with the jellyfish. And then he remembers his grandfather's wise words: if we were meant to fly, we'd have propellers on our heads. Oh, you look so cute right there, little SpongeBob looks adorable. And there's his Grandpa SquarePants. So SpongeBob built this really, really cool airplane. My grandpa had an airplane that looked just like that. And yeah, he has on these this hat with goggles. And now SpongeBob is in the airplane and he has his little snack, which are complimentary peanuts. Just a little snack that the pilots can snack on while they're in the plane. And apparently as soon as SpongeBob starts the airplane, it actually breaks completely, and you can see that SpongeBob's all like dirty and scratched up, and he has he still has the peanuts. He has like a lot of scratches on him, and his goggles are pretty cracked up. And SpongeBob is now tied up to a kite, and he's going to try to Patrick's going to be on a bike, and the kite will actually fly up in the air like a normal kite does. So Patrick paddles the bike, or pedals, whatever, and apparently SpongeBob falls down, and he gets very, very super badly injured. Look at him, he's all scratched up and dirty, and the kite is in pieces, and everyone is like laughing at him. Poor little guy. So SpongeBob actually doesn't think that he can fly with a jellyfish, and he takes a bath and he's drying up his hair, and then he sticks the hairdryer into his pants, and his pants are super big, and now he can fly. He's floating in the air. And there's Gary down there. So now SpongeBob is floating in the air, and he's flying out of his house, and he saves Mrs. Puff's snail. She's stuck in a tree, or a coral tree. And he fortunately saves her in time, and Mrs. Puff is very happy that she has her snail. And Mr. Krabs loses his dime, and it's trapped on the roof of the Krusty Krab. So you have to, like, follow the lines to see which one ends up to the dime. And then SpongeBob saves Patrick from a mime, and then SpongeBob cleans up Squidward's bathtub. SpongeBob looks very annoyed already. Okay. And then he picks out a tie for Larry the Lobster to wear. And now SpongeBob is very, very, like, super duper, like, upset because now he won't be able to see the jellyfish, and everyone is, like, really upset because he, I guess, has favors to owe them or something. And now everyone is, like, chasing after SpongeBob, and now you have to, like, follow this little maze in order to get to the end here. A little spongy. And then Cannonball Jenkins pops SpongeBob's pants, and now SpongeBob looks like he's dead, and they just care about the pants, and no one cares about SpongeBob, apparently. So SpongeBob is very upset now, and apparently the jellyfish actually take him back home, and SpongeBob is very happy. Wait a second. Yep, so the jellyfish takes SpongeBob back home, and he's very, very happy, and he learns that if he needs to fly, all you need are friends, like jellyfish. And then SpongeBob tells Patrick after he gets home that he doesn't need to fly anymore, and he'll just leave that to the jellyfish. And then suddenly Patrick literally flies in the air, and SpongeBob is like, what the heck? So, okay. So it's all for Fly Like a Fish, and now for Short Order Showdown. Okay. And this book was, and this story was actually illustrated by Eric Weiss. The cover is illustrated by Caleb Mewer, I can tell, but the actual story is illustrated by Eric Weiss. And just like Fly Like a Fish, this book was made in 2003 as well, obviously. Okay. So SpongeBob is asking Squidward, does he know what day it is? And Squidward thinks that it's a Noise Squidward Day, and it's actually like judging day for Employee of the Month, and SpongeBob has been Employee of the Month several times. And and Mr. Krabs actually tells SpongeBob that there's no clear winner just yet. And then Squidward says that he might sneak up on little SpongeBob. So SpongeBob decides to, like, declare war. And yeah, there's his imagination. But yeah, SpongeBob declares war. Oh my gosh. So SpongeBob hides in Squidward's house, and he tries to break Squidward's clock so he doesn't wake up in time. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then, like, SpongeBob's trying to, like, smash all Squidward's clocks, and he apparently has a lot of clocks, like a lifetime supply. And now they're really going to have a little war. So SpongeBob traps Squidward in a net, and Squidward traps SpongeBob in a wall, and now they're running to the Krusty Krab, and Mr. Krabs sees them, and SpongeBob is cleaning up the floors. Squidward's cleaning the tables, and Squidward actually has flowers and chocolates for Mr. Krabs. Oh my gosh. Okay, now Mr. Krabs is starting to get very, very upset and confused. And SpongeBob is, like, flipping Krabby Patties a lot, like he has actually 2 spatulas for faster flipping. And Squidward does as well. And now there's, like, a ton of Krabby Patties. And, yep, there's Mr. Krabs. He's very, very, like, scared. and the Krusty Krab gets destroyed, and now there's a lot of Krabby Patties raining, and apparently everyone thinks free Krabby Patties. So, and SpongeBob and Squidward ask Mr. Krabs who is Employee of the Month. And that is actually pretty much all for Short Order Showdown, and that's actually pretty much the entire book. I actually really super love this book. I actually really love the 2 stories that are in here. Yeah, they're really, really super cool. My favorite part about Fly Like a Fish is probably, when SpongeBob learns that he doesn't need to fly and all he needs is friends. Like, all he need are, like, all you need are friends. And, my favorite part about Short Order Showdown was probably, the entire story, because, like, I just think it's really funny how SpongeBob and Squidward, like, try to, like, beat each other in this, but it's, but it ends up being a really big mess for poor Mr. Krabs. So, yep, that's pretty much all for this awesome SpongeBob 2-in-1 coloring book. So, yep, goodbye everybody, have a great day, and peace out.